During these days leading up to the crucifixion, Jesus spent a lot of time teaching in the temple courts. In Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 39, Jesus is teaching in the temple, and he gave us this command: love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second one is just like it: love your neighbor as you love yourself. Religious leaders asked Jesus a lot of questions, and sometimes sincerely, but sometimes hoping to trap him in his words. One day, someone asked him a very important question: what's the greatest commandment? You see, among the many laws in the Hebrew Scriptures, they were asking which one mattered the most. And Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all your soul, and all of your mind. And then he added a little caveat at the end of that the second one is just like it: to love your neighbor as yourself. According to Jesus, these two commands summarize everything that God desires. Love God and love people. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Yet in many ways, it's probably the most challenging calling that we receive. To love God with our whole heart means giving God first place in our lives. It means trusting God more than our fears and valuing God's purposes more than our own ambitions. And loving our neighbor means extending compassion, patience, and kindness to others, even and especially when it's difficult. During Holy Week, we see this kind of love in the life of Jesus. He heals the sick, he teaches the crowds, he comforts his followers, and he confronts injustice. And before the week is over, he will give his entire life for the world. The love Jesus teaches is not abstract or theoretical. The kind of love Jesus teaches is active. It's a love that moves towards others. It's a love that forgives and sacrifices. The world often measures greatness through power, wealth, or influence. But Jesus shows us a different kind of greatness: the greatness of love. As we move closer to the events of Good Friday, we are reminded that the cross itself is the ultimate expression of love. Greater love has no one than this, Jesus said, than to lay down one's life for one's friends. Holy Week invites us to reflect on how this kind of love shapes our lives. Where is God calling us to love more deeply? Maybe it's in our families. Or maybe it's in our community here at Otterbein. Or maybe towards someone that we struggle to forgive. Every act of love reflects the heart of God. And every act of love brings the light of Christ into our world. Will you pray with me? God of love, fill our hearts with compassion and grace, and help us to love you with our whole hearts and our lives, and help us to extend that love to those around us. Teach us to reflect the love of Christ in our words, in our actions, and in our relationships. Amen.